Hello, Magic players. Welcome you to episode 150 of the Brewers Tavern. Charles, how are you doing?
Good. Hope everything's well. This is 150. This we spoke about a little bit in a few episodes. This is a special. Today we're going to be bringing you a rematch of the finals from NewCon 3, which is the second formal NewCon. NewCon 1 was just a hangout. There was no actual winner.
Yeah.
And it's a match between Kali Nord and Victor Peterson. And two really interesting lists to look at. Historical list, again, for the historical match, we don't make any changes, so it's exactly what they played. You'll notice that there's no Chaos Orb in either list. The deck I'm playing Victor's list, doesn't have any Moxen. Really interesting. We'll definitely have a bunch to say in the deck tech.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Victor won. So he has a Colossus, I guess you'd call it a Colossus control list. Really interesting list. I think Mitja's list, I think you would agree, is favored to win looking at the list, right?
Yeah, it looks like, but your sideboard also is strong also. So it might be that after boarding, you're just a better control deck. But we will see.
We'll see.
The intoxication level of the players is an issue there which need to be solved. So it might be that both of them were super drunk and the not as drunk player won that game. So we don't know.
We don't know, but we are really happy to bring this historical match today. And let's, without further ado, go to the deck tech and take a look at your/Kali's list.
Yes, and here we are. As some of you might know, Kali Nord is my 100% nemesis. Whenever I meet him in tournaments, I cannot beat him. It's impossible. I never won against Kali. So that's one reason why I wanted to play his list, and I don't All Hallows Eve. Sorry, I needed to give that sneak peek for your list, Charles. The list, as you might see, is a little bit like the deck. It has some cards which you're not seeing in the decks nowadays anymore. For example, like Meekstone in the main and the sideboard. I think in this kind of matchup they will be not necessary. Also, some stuff we just found out is that mana drain was 4 times legal in Swedish Old School in the beginning. So both of us are running 4 counterspells. Therefore, we have 0 Chaos Orbs, which feels kind of weird, and we have 1 Mace of It main, or at least I have 1 Mace of It main board. The Mace of It was restricted for a long time in Swedish Old School. So Then in the sideboard we have protection against black and red, super heavy. We have a Greater Realm, we have a Circle of Protection red, and we have a Circle of Protection black. It's the left card beside the Greater Realm. Just seeing that is not super good on the picture, but I think it is okay. And besides that, this list looks like the deck for me, to be honest. You have 1 book, you have counterspells, disenchants, swords to plowshares, Serra Angel, all the power you can find. So with that said, I would say let's move on to your list, Charles. And Charles, tell us a little bit about your list. Give me a second.
All right, so
we're there. Sorry.
Yeah.
No.
So I definitely think Victor's list, the list I'm going to be playing, is a more interesting list. This is Colossus control, so you'll notice that there's 3 Colossus Astardia in the main, which is super cool to see. And the other unusual cards, because there is a lot of the deck package. We have 4 mana drains, as Mitja said. This was legal, so there are no counters in the main. And we have the 4 swords and 4 disenchants balance. But we have 2 All Hallows Eve, and we have Tormund's Crypt. So I guess the plan is you're hoping to be able to use a little book, discard a Colossus, and then be able to play All Hallows Eve, bring it back, and then use Tormund's if your opponent has any creatures in the graveyard from your Wrath or Balance. I guess is the plan, or from the Abyss that would send it to the graveyard. It's a pretty interesting list. I mean, obviously it looks a lot like the deck. We do have a Disrupting Scepter, which is an old school card. Now I think most people playing the deck would rather a second, third, or even fourth Jambay Tome over Disrupting Scepter. A play set of your Sullivans, which you don't see ever in the deck. But what you'll notice, most of all, comparing Mitja's list to my list, neither of us have a Chaos Sword, but Mitja has a full set of Mox, and I don't have any. So I'm going to be a little bit slower. Sideboard, you'll notice 3 Tundras, which I think is really interesting. The only additional, there's only a few white cards to be brought in. I guess he's concerned Serra Angel with the double white. I don't think you really need all of that, all of those duels in the sideboard. But after sideboard, you can make this deck much more like the deck, for sure. And I can tell you that one of my favorite decks when I was 13, 14 years old was playing 4 Mana Drains, and these 4 Mana Drains I've had since I was 14. So first time I'm getting to play them since I was basically playing Magic in the 90s. So after sideboard, for sure, I will have 4 counterspells and 4 Mana Drains, because that's what I did a lot as a kid. So at least for the sideboard games for a half an hour, I'll get to relive how I used to play with counter Magic as a kid, which would be pretty fun. But I think I have my deck is slightly better after sideboarding, but I do think you have the advantage. But we saw this with episode 50, the World Championship in '94. Zach Dolan won, but his deck was far weaker. We saw, and I think that your deck and Collie's deck is a better shot to get the victory today. But should be a lot of fun. Also, Millstone the deck match, and then a deck kind of shell with Colossus, and then you have tournaments for that. So I guess hoping to put a lot of cards in and make regrowth and recall completely dead cards. So we'll have to see what happens. It should be really fun. The historical matches are great, and we're happy to bring this history to life so people can actually see how the deck's played all these years later. So I'd say let's go to the Brewers Tavern and let's start this rematch.
Yes, and here we are. Hey.
All right, even.
Ha! Oh man, the 3.
Yeah, it was only odd because they're really rolling for Kale, so he could win.
Okay, so let's give it a quick shuffle.
Usually I win the die roll.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, pile 3. Number.
Pile 1.
All right, let's have some fun.
6, 7. I try.
Try.
Okay, I start. Tundra go. Factory is good.
Just for 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Okay.
7 is good. Draw. Play a City of Brass and disenchant your Sylvan Library. Go to 19.
Okay.
You go. Library's good.
Yeah, I'll swing it.
Yep. So 17 to
cards.
18. Yep. Draw. Play a factory. Pass the turn.
Card. Your turn.
Draw. Pass the turn.
Discard your turn.
Lotus. Try to Brain Gazier. 16 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Library, you go. 6 cards in hand. UC is good.
Okay.
Pass turn? Okay. Untap. 2, 4, 6 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards. Play a Mox. 7 cards in hand. Huh. Pass the turn.
Land.
Yeah. Midstone is good.
Yes.
Draw. Play a Meekstone. Draw one with library. Cast Ancestral. Yeah. You go.
Or strong.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a strip mine in this deck. The library.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So then 6 cards. Sure.
6 cards. Mind Twist you for 3. Number 2, number 4, and number 6. Yeah, you go.
Open trick.
Yeah.
The card you have?
7.
Take 1.
Yes. Sure.
Take 1.
Discard?
Keep.
Okay, Old Man of the Sea.
I'll play Torment Script.
Yes.
Your turn.
Draw. Play a land. You have how many cards?
1.
1. 1 card?
It.
Okay, then I try my luck with a Serra Angel.
Okay.
Pass the turn. Discard?
We'll make it discard.
Okay, balance.
Alright, your turn.
Chance is 0 that I balance here. Attack.
11.
Book.
We'll mana drain that.
Okay. Your turn.
I'll mill you at your end step.
Okay. 1 sword and City of Birth.
Okay, I actually could use this now.
Okay, Colossus is good.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's your turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack.
6.
6. 6. It's a 9/9, right?
I will trample. I mean, you're still winning this unless I top deck something. You don't count.
You go.
Okay. Pounce. Okay, I guess, but not really helpful. Next game.
I thought I lose that here. Like, the Mind Twist turn 1 took all my lands. Just all of them.
But this deck is just not aggressive, right? So, like, how do I deal damage?
You don't.
With Mistress Factory against a control package?
Yeah, but you might try to swing with Colossus, but you're never getting rid of the Colossus, right? So maybe the plan is to discard 2 Colossus and reanimate them with all hollows with the small book.
This is a very far plan, and even if you have 1 factory to block, I only deal 6 damage, and I need 9, which I didn't have that whole game to untap.
Yeah, that's right. And I mean, it's not good, but I can still disenchant it, Swords to Plowshare it or disenchant it.
Swords isn't great, right? Because I get 9 life, but disenchant, it doesn't, it's really good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be on the plate. Good game.
Close game, I would say, because the library strip mine thing was also tough. Pile number
You
1.
even the game out when you brain geysered, and you took the lead when you then mind twisted it.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's what happened. Pile 2. Which pile?
Pile number 1, sorry. Yay. I like, I guess.
I guess we're keeping.
Okay. Me too. Soul Ring. You're drawing your mana dogs quite well.
Yeah, it's why I absolutely cannot mull, because I only have Soul Ring and Lotus, so.
Tundra, Mox, go.
See, I'm not going to get that.
Yeah, draw. Brain Gazer for 3. You go.
Just for 4. For 3.
For 3.
1, 2, 3.
Mana Train, Recall, Oldman. My turn?
Yep.
Draw. Play a land. Take out your book. And pass the turn. Abyss. Abyss is okay.
Turn.
Draw. How many cards do you have in hand? 3. Yeah. I mean... yeah, that's okay. Let's go!
Okay, the other one.
Before you drop... I mean, I don't know that you have Tormod's Grip, but before you drop it, Let's Twister at least once.
You do not know I have that.
Yeah, I don't know that you have it. I had a land drop already. 3, 6, 7. Okay, Soul Ring. One, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. Discard Meekstone, pass the turn.
Land.
Yes.
Stroke.
Works. Sylvan. Need to think. I want to mana drain that.
Discard.
Yes.
Colossus.
Ho ho.
There you are. I guess this is the plan of the deck, so let's see how it works.
I have 2 color. Oh, I have 2 colorless. That's interesting. You have how many cards in hand?
It's full grit. Yeah, I just discarded.
Oh yeah, full. So I have 2 colorless. I try to cast Demonic. And walked down the boring alley.
I'll scoop. Good game.
I mean, this deck really feels like the deck, to be honest. This one here.
Let's do one more pre-board.
One more?
And we'll stop with. I mean, quick. So. Quick.
Yeah, the thing is, in this kind of stage, I need to search for the Mind Twist, right?
Yeah, of course. But like once I lose my whole hand, there's no point of playing.
Yeah.
There's no point of us playing. There's no point of anybody watching. The game is 100% over at that point.
Yeah.
All right, one more, then we'll do the game twos.
And I think when N00bcon, the third N00bcon hit or took place whatsoever, when was that?
I will tell you. I think it was in Newcom 3, which we're playing.
Yeah.
It was 2011.
2011. I need to check one thing because that might be interesting. There was a time where they errataed All Hallows Eve to an enchantment, but I don't know when they errataed it back to a sorcery.
It's much better as a sorcery.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this card was re-errataed around Time Spiral when, as far as I know, when they brought suspend cards where you can cast a card, you play the card for its suspend cost, and then it happens like 3 turns later. So All Hallows Eve is actually the first suspend card ever existing.
All right, pile 1.
Pile 1. Okay. Pile number 2 for you. So the thing is, when they made All Hallows Eve, it was way too good because the card, you can only counter the card when you cast it, and when you remove the third counter, it just resolves. You cannot react on it anymore.
2 counters on it.
2? I thought 3. Okay.
Oh man. Yeah, this is going to be a mulligan.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I keep it. It's also tough. How do you beat Maze of It with Colossus of Sardia?
Maze is really bad for this deck.
I mean, of course you beat it with multiple Colossus, but
All right. 2, 3.
Number 3.
Okay, we will go to 5 cards.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you cannot cast a single spell.
I mean, I have a single Mistress Factory.
Yeah. Okay.
And I could activate itself if I don't draw another land.
Yeah, yeah.
He tapped. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Number 3.
I guess we're keeping this. It's very, very bad, but I don't. You cannot go to 4. Factory go. Cards.
Okay.
This will be a quick one.
Draw. Mox. Tundra. Pass the turn.
Yeah.
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 I heard it. Give me a second. I just want to find out when Time Spiral was released. Cards in hand? I mean, I just top decked the Mind Twist for 3. Let's sideboard, I would say.
Sorry, those game ones weren't more entertaining.
Yeah. I have no idea what to board. That feels okay. I mean, these games feel a little bit like the matches where we played with the World Championship deck, where I had the deck. Did I had a deck which won, and we did not know how he win?
Yeah, I mean, that totally was a. I mean, Zach Dolan. Deck was just bad. His opponent, I can't remember. Bertrand it was like a Arabian aggro deck, right? It was looked like a pretty solid deck.
Yeah.
Kurt Apes and Urnums, I think, and like Burn.
Exactly.
Not bad.
But all these lists had like 65 cards, 63 card, you know, like.
I mean, like this deck just has major tooling to go to game 2.
I mean, at least after boarding, you have what, 8 counterspells main board, and probably the best counterspells existing in old school Magic.
Is Mana Drain the best counterspell that's ever been printed in Magic? Period.
I think the best one is Force of Will, because you can basically counter a spell.
You think that's better than Mana Drain?
Yeah, I think. I mean, it depends. The thing is, in a meta game where you expect cards which you need to counter turn 1, or where you have combo decks which go off turn 1, you need Force of Will 100%. But in a meta game like Old School, where it's basically not important to counter turn 1, I mean, of course, if your opponent has the 1 of Ancestral turn 1, it is what it is. But I would say still the Force is the best counterspell, even if it's a 2-for-1. And then you have Mana Drain, 100%. I mean, And after that, it's probably Force of Negation. There's a new counter spell, but it only counters non-creature spell, but therefore it removes the card. It was just printed 3-4 years ago. I guess 3 years ago. And but besides that, the rest of the counter spells are relatively even. Then on number 4 you have probably the normal counter spell. I think cards which you can play basically for free are insanely good. Oh, okay. So Time Spiral was released in 2006. Just for the records.
So let's see. Gets. Okay, we'll do it like this. It definitely gave me a chance to improve this. The issue with this deck is also that out the Moxen, you're much faster than me.
Yeah, and I have a super good kill strategy against your deck. The Mana Drain Fireball is better than Mana Drain Colossus strategy. In my opinion. But
yeah, I think we all know that is true. All right, what pile?
Oh, sorry, yeah, pile number 3.
All right, 3 for you too. You know, one thing, mine just was still good in Newcom today.
Yeah, I like.
So terrible. Really bad. All right, I mean, I don't think I can. I'm not. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
Sylvan. Okay, draw.
Lotus, I don't think mulling and losing a card.
Pass the
It's
turn.
not good. We'll go to 12.
Poof.
For 2?
Yeah.
Sure.
End of your turn, draw a card. Draw for my turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 cards in hand. Play a factory. Discard a fireball. Oh, yeah, fireball. And pass the turn. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For 2?
Yeah, 16.
Your turn.
End of turn, draw a card. Draw one for the turn. Play a Mox. Play a City of Brass. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards. Pass the turn. Swing. I try to Divine Offer. Oh no, first of all I try to draw a card, then I try to cast Divine Offering on your factory.
5 cards, your turn.
2, 4, 6, 7 cards. Upkeep. Draw for the turn. Factory. Mox. 2, 4, 6, 7 cards. Swing for 3. Cast.
You know what? I'm gonna attempt the swords.
Okay. Yeah.
There, guys.
You sword it,
Um,
swords it. I
how much
go
life was I
to
at?
I go to
Um, I
16. I go to 15 again.
think it was at. I think I'm at 18 now.
Yeah, and try to
So
cast the time walk.
now I'm at 16.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, the library will do the same thing that Mind Twist did the last two games.
How did you get back up to 16? You
How
were
much life am I at?
you were at 12 because you drew
Oh, I was at
three
12.
cards
Right,
out of
right.
the library.
Oh, I'm at 7, right?
Why 7?
Tap the city how many times?
0 times. You played
And
it last round, so you're at 11.
uh, 11, and then I took 2 from the factory. You swung the 2 factories, right?
No. This is summoning sick. I pumped it.
Amazing. Okay.
And you
11.
sworded it in response of the
Yeah, then I'm at 11.
4, 6, 7, but I
Right, right.
casted a time walk. I draw 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, this is. I guess this is over again. Cards in hand.
I have
Sorry,
4.
4. Okay, yeah, sorry, I did not hear it. Yeah, go to 14.
All right. I think that's 3 twists in a row.
Yeah, I know.
Or,
It feels like I play more mind twists than anything else. But
Mitja, you're supposed to be playing 4 mana drains, not 4 mind twists, right?
oh, I'm sorry. No, just kidding. Oh, my wife called me. I need to go. Yeah, the problem is as soon as you cannot fight Mind Twist, the game is over.
Right. So, what viewers are making bets that Victor's deck can win 1 game?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, I checked the lists, and the only thing I could imagine is that Victor lost round 1 because I think there is not a high chance that he wins round 1.
You need library, basically. If you start with library, you could win.
Yeah, okay, but then game 2 he might have 8 counter spells, and it could be that Color played it a little bit too aggressive into his counter spells because he did not know that Victor has 8 counter spells, you know? So I don't know if he boarded in red elemental blasts. I did, not because I knew that you have 8 counter spells, but I thought it is worth to counter the mana drain. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Pile
I'll
2?
too.
Okay, pile number 1. Because my thought was, if I counter the mana drain, the chance is 0 that you can hard cast the Colossus. I keep.
I'll take one.
Okay. Also, the mana base feels kind of weird. You mulliganed a lot so far, just because of.
You see my sideboard. I took out a spell, bring in a Tundra, just because I wanted to remove more cards than I really had cards in the sideboard to bring in. Just figured a land is better than one of the spells. All right, 1, 2, or 3.
Number 1.
Wow. I have to go to 5 cards.
Okay.
I can keep this. Probably not. 2, 3.
Number 3.
Go to 4.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
I mean, am I keeping this?
No,
It's
no
my first
world.
hand. I had 2 factories, but you can't cast anything.
Yeah, no. This is not going to work.
It's definitely not going smooth for Victor's deck this episode.
No, definitely not.
It's going as unsmooth as possible.
It feels a little bit like the mono blue versus the mono white in the finals. Magnus versus pile number 3. You know which
Right.
one I mean? N00bcon 1?
Yeah. It was a new con too, right?
Was it 2 or 1? Oh no, N00bcon 1 is not existing anymore. The datas, right? I don't remember.
No, new con 1 was just that there were 4 people just hanging out. Nobody even played a tournament.
Oh, okay.
The first like formal one where they actually had winner was 2. All right, let's hope for balance, I guess. Okay, we will keep these 4. This is not going to be good news.
For me or for you?
Okay, we'll keep these 4.
Okay.
Play often. Your turn.
Tundra, Soul Ring, pass the turn.
Turn.
Okay. Draw. Play a City of Brass and pass the turn. Oh, sorry. How many cards do you have in hand? 3. Yeah. I have also 3 now.
Okay, your turn.
Draw. Factory. Pass the turn. So you are at 17. No, 18 if you tap the city now, you're at you're at 18 if you tap the city now, you're at 17. Right? Yeah, because you cast Demonic and Balance.
Regrowth on tutor and pass.
Everything alright?
Yep.
Okay. Was so loud in your room. Swing for 3.
Okay. 14.
Pass the turn.
Wait a second. I regrowth tutor. This is my hand.
You don't need to discard it.
Cast demonic tutor.
Yes. Works. Yeah.
So?
Resolves. In all the games I only drew 1 mana drain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Wait. End of turn, I disenchant your Lotus. Go to 19.
Okay.
Untap, draw, swing for 4.
Fine.
Go.
Play land and your turn.
Play a land and try to swing for 4.
Cat 1.
Yep.
Go to 8. Swords the other.
Yes. Your turn. Oh no, not your turn. I lose a life and get back a Mishra's factory. Now it's your turn. Yeah.
Your turn.
Factory. Try to disenchant your small book. Pass the turn.
The factory.
Yes.
His turn.
Cards in hand. 3, right? 16. Yeah. Your turn.
Turn.
Play a land. Pass the turn.
7.
Disenchant.
Turn.
Play a land. Balance. 0 cards in hand. Your turn.
Turn.
Serra Angel. Yeah, your turn.
5 mana. I'll be using it.
Yep.
Turn.
Demonic Tutor.
Yep.
Let's see. 7. Two cards. Try to cast Serra Angel. Go.
Turn.
Swing.
3.
Go.
Game.
Lords.
We get one more. Sneak one more in, I think.
Yeah, we can try. They're
Let's do it.
quick.
And they're quick. This way, not coming back to Con 3. Tell you, like, it is nice. It does feel nice having like real counter spells.
Yeah, you had 6 counter spells, like hard counter spells this game. You drew also 2 mana drains from the top.
Yeah, I mean they were. I drew both like after your Serras were out, so it was helpful. But
I mean, you also mulliganed to 4, so
L2.
pile number 1 for you.
All right. All right. Last game. That's some fun.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I need to change a sleeve. 1 is destroyed.
Okay, we'll try it.
Okay.
Sure.
Volcanic, Lotus, go. Sylvan is okay.
Sure.
Draw. Play a land and try to cast Demonic Tutor and pass the turn.
Go to 15. Take one extra.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Yeah.
Lotus.
Yeah.
Turn.
Pass turn. Crack Lotus, try to cast Ancestral.
Drain it.
Mana drain it back. Cool. 2, 3. So I have 2 mana. I draw. And for 3. Wait.
I think I. How many cards do you have?
6.
Okay, well, unless I get one guard, I think I can scoop. We can go to the sideboard tech.
Pile number 2. I don't know if I calculated the life totals right.
Which card do you want me to keep?
Number 2. It might be 17.
Nah, you got it. Okay.
Pass the turn.
One more second. Strip your city's fine.
Okay.
Serra, and I have no cards. If you can deal with that, I think we can sideboard tech.
So far I cannot deal with it. That's bad. But I can cast Recall. Go to 16. Discard a Red Elemental Blast and get back Demonic Tutor. And pass the turn.
The third card in the Sullivan was what I wanted.
Okay.
Top 2 were lands. So I'm with Serra.
12.
Turn.
Draw. Play a land. Try to cast Demonic Tutor.
Top deck city.
Red Elemental Blast.
Right. Get one more shot to get another. Oh, you have another land. Yeah.
Sword.
Right.
Serra and pass the turn.
Basically done. Yep, your turn.
Disenchant your Sylvan. Go to 10. And pass the turn.
Your turn.
Mace of it and swing. Pass the turn. Mana drain it. 9.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna scoop. I mean, you might just my whole hand. I mean, there's nothing here. Nothing here.
Yeah,
right,
as
sideboard
I said, this deck looks and feels like the deck.
But it's. I mean, I think a majority of the games I was just mind listed to end the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Let's see what the sideboard I brought on.
Here we go. So, to be honest, I did not have that much to board out and board more cards in, so I tried to keep it as the boarding plan as simple as I could. I boarded out 2 Old Men of the Sea because I thought it is not worth to steal your factories, especially when I have 4 Disenchant, 4 Swords, and 2 Divine Offering, which I wanted to bring in for the Old Men. Also, the Divine Offering are destroying your Colossus, which I saw game 1, and it is better to gain the life instead of controlling the Colossus, which is tapped, or the Meek Stone, which basically leaves the Colossus tapped and you only want to swing once with it, right? So yeah. I took out those 3 for the red elemental blast because I thought I want to to fight your mana drains as mana efficient as I can. And cards I didn't bring in, the Disrupting Scepter because I thought it is kind of slow. The Meek Stone because I bought the Meek Stone out for obvious reasons. Circle of Protection red, I've not seen a red card, so no need. Same is for Greater Realm and the Circle of Protection black, no black cards. I thought about bringing in the Dust to Dusts, but I really didn't know what to board out, and I thought you will probably not bring in any red elemental blasts, so I left out a blue elemental blast, and I also thought you're not casting any red spells, I mean important red spells, so yeah, this was my boarding plan.
Okay, I wanted to take out as many of the cards that I didn't think were going to be helpful against you as possible. The Tormund Script, the Millstones, the Abysses. Well, Abysses had to come out because I need a better win con. So they're great against Serras, but I thought my 2 Serras were just better than the Colossus plan. I got stuck with Colossus too many times. I cast it once and get a factory at best. And I did that through, I think, a mana drain. At best, I can get 6 trample damage in and then it's tapped. So Abysses had to come out so I could try to bring another win con in. All Hal's Eve and the Colossus. So these are 11 cards. The counter spells were great to bring in. Control magic against your Serras. Obviously, I have a better win con. These 2 will play more like the deck. And I just thought even a land would be better than any of these spells. I needed to switch more around land for land, or I didn't think I needed to take out more spells for that. And you don't have red, and I was taking out Abyss anyway. So that kind of was the plan. For a few minutes, it did feel like what I used to play in the 90s, where you had lots of hard counters. I think this deck without the Moxen has a big disadvantage, and yeah, you saw Mind Twist so many times this hour. There's nothing to do about that. But I think we were right. I mean, we're usually good predicting, looking at the list, will win. The interesting thing is it doesn't always happen in the past that the deck that we think is strongest ends up winning, whether it was Victor winning and we didn't think that he had the strongest list, or Zach Dolan winning and we didn't think he had the stronger list. But always interesting to see these historical matches. I think Mitja and I will do NewCon 4 in episode 160, I think we spoke about.
Yes.
So hopefully that'll be interesting. We don't even know the list yet, so we'll have to ask and get that from Magnus. But thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing this little bit of history, and we look forward to seeing you in episode 151. We're 7 soon. Bye.